Is he watching me? What are you doing? Stop! No! How much is the fare? Whatever you like. Keep the change. Do you need help with that? Please don't. I can do it myself. Vivien, how are you? Fine. I was actually going to drop off the rent, but since you're here you go. There was no hurry. I was wondering if you would like to come to a small party I'm hosting this Friday night. I'm sorry. I'm really busy with work. Vivien. She is attractive, beautiful, and very well aware of that. But sometimes, because of her looks, people judge her, as if she's nothing but a damsel in distress or a doll. Vivien works as an editor at BIINN news agency. She's educated, she's smart, and she wants people to know her for her talent. Sir, our news anchor will be late today. The show starts in 3 minutes, and now you're telling me we need a backup. Yes, her. Vivien, why don't you get ready for the news? What? No, I can't. I'm really not a camera person. And Harold can do the reading way better than me. Are you out of your mind? It's not just the reading. You have to be presentable in front of the camera. Vivien knew why they want her. It's her looks. Once again, she got objectified because of her appearance against her will. Lights, camera, action. Vivien has never been like the other girls. She doesn't like the attention. She wants people to take her seriously, not treat her like a Barbie on display. She doesn't want to be objectified. She wants to be a person. But in the real world, rarely are things the way she wants. Back in college, when Vivien was living in a dorm with 3 other girls, she couldn't wait to move out. She was fed up of the typical college girl wild life. YOLO! When the other girls were doing anything and everything, experimenting, hanging out with guys. Vivien used to spend her time reading love stories and imagining one day she would find her Prince Charming. Vivien didn't believe in casual dating. Somehow, it seemed belittling to her. She felt she'd lose her value, her integrity. She wanted to preserve her human dignity. After college, Vivien rented an apartment on her own, got a decent job, and was very serious in her life. But now, 6 months in, being dealt with like a female stereotype, she thought perhaps living with a female roommate is better than being alone. At least she wouldn't have to sleep with pepper spray. For some weeks now, Vivien had been searching for a new apartment, and she had even applied to a number of them. Opening her email, she saw one of the women had replied back, Natasha. "Hi Vivien, I got your application. I'd love to show you the apartment. Why don't you drop by Friday afternoon?" So the next Friday after work, Vivien went uptown to check out Natasha's apartment. The neighborhood was great, and the apartment complex seemed to have good security. Natasha? Vivien? Yes. Come on in. Wow, you are really beautiful. A perfect figure. A perfect specimen. Excuse me? I'm sorry, don't mind me. I'm actually a cosmetic nurse. I work at BII Beauty. Oh wow, a doctor. I'm an editor at BII News. Natasha showed Vivien around the apartment. Vivien was a whole lot impressed by her. She was professional, intelligent, the type of friend she always looked for. "I want to take the room." "Great. I'll write up the lease and you can move in next week." "Thank you so much." Almost in a blink, Vivien moved into Natasha's apartment. Natasha sometimes worked from home and had a personal lab. What is this? That's Botox injections. Oh, these procedures are getting pretty popular these days. Yeah, everyone doesn't have perfection like you. Oh, stop it. It's not what's outside, it's what's inside that matters. Well, people have always thought it the other way around. Back in the Victorian era, people used to use arsenic, ammonia, mercury, lead, all to look good. Wow, didn't know that. Good news is, now we have better ways. Vivien and Natasha's timing fit in just right. They left around the same time and came home around the same time. Life seemed so much in control. Until the weekend rolled around. Vivien woke up and was about to head into the shower when she froze, seeing a stranger. A man in the apartment. "Who are you? How did you get in?" "Hold on, it's not what you're thinking. Get out before I call the police." Natasha ran out of her room and joined the man. "Oh, Vivien, it's all right. This is Paul, my boyfriend." "Your boyfriend? You didn't tell me you had a boyfriend." "Yeah, we actually met a few days ago. He was here to pick me up." Vivien stared at Natasha and Paul. She met him a few days ago and already spending the weekends together? From the very first moment, Vivien really didn't like Paul. There was something about him, something about the way he looked, that wasn't right. In the next few days, Paul continued to come over, and although Vivien tried to stay out of the way, it seemed Paul intentionally came in her way. Do you want to go first? No, you can go. I'll wait. Is he listening? Is his head to the door? Vivien often caught Paul staring at her, touching her things and just invading her privacy. It was one night, returning from work. Vivien found her bedroom door unlocked. She always locked it before leaving. Did he somehow unlock my door and enter my room? No, this is it. Have to talk to Natasha, but I don't have anything on him. Still, I should have a talk. Natasha, how are things with you and Paul? We're good. If you don't mind me asking, how did you two meet? We met at a nightclub. So you never knew him before? We're getting to know each other. He's the sweetest guy. Listening to Natasha, Vivien's red flags were flying. Natasha might have been smart, but she had major blind spots. But seeing her so happy and so trusting of Paul, Vivien didn't want to get into her bad book just yet. And in all this, it was one day, Vivien and Paul ended up home alone. Hey Vivien, I was thinking, we haven't really introduced each other properly. Is that so? I thought we would be good friends. We do have one thing in common. Natasha, what do you think? Paul stretched out his hand. But Vivien simply smiled. Yeah, sure. Please excuse me. Vivien rushed into her room and locked the door. That friendship band on his hand, it was the same one from that day. It's him. He's been stalking me all this time. He followed me here. Am I overthinking this? Vivien had a really bad feeling. Paul was that stalker who took snaps of her in the dressing room almost 3 years ago. But at the same time, it all seemed so unreal. Nonetheless, Vivien had her guard up. And as she feared, the red flags only increased. Where are my undergarments? Why are my clothes with your clothes? It must have gotten mixed up. There was no way it could have gotten mixed up. Vivien, I got tickets to the Taylor Quick concert for Natasha, but she got busy with work. You want to come? You like Taylor Quick? Why not? He definitely went in my room and checked my things. Paul was always trying to get Vivien alone, or tag along with her on her jogs, or her trips to the supermarket. Vivien was always able to escape him. Until a few days before Christmas Eve, it was snowing heavily when Vivien got out of work. Am I going to get home like this? Waiting for a taxi, Vivien suddenly noticed Paul's car. Hey Viv, come on in. I was heading home. No thanks. I wanted to take a walk. In this weather? We'll catch a cold. Come on. Without much of a choice in the storm, Vivien got in the car with Paul. Are you picking up Natasha too? I was actually coming from the clinic. She'll be a couple hours late tonight, and since I was here, thought I'd pick you up. Right. He doesn't have good intentions. Paul stared at her. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Believe what? Nothing. After an awkward drive home, Vivien quickly headed to the apartment, planning to lock herself in her room. But when she got in, she found the place decorated. Candlelights and Christmas music. What is going on? Thought I'd surprise you girls with the holiday spirit. Mind to join me? No, thank you. Come on, don't be so hard on yourself. Relax. Let's watch a movie. BII, The Unexpected Christmas Gift. It's the most romantic movie ever. And guess what? The actress looks just like you. And I think I resemble the actor quite a bit too. Paul took out a gift and gave it to her. I got this for you. Or maybe for us. What? Let's make it our story. Have you gone mad? I knew you had bad intentions from day one. You are such a pig. You sure, baby? No one will know. My lips will be sealed. Vivien was shocked by Paul's audacity. Are you out of your mind? All right. You don't have to try that tonight. Tonight we'll do it just the way you like it. Get out. Get out right now. Okay, let me get my jacket. Get out. You don't have to scream, I'll go. But just one thing. Can Natasha not know about this? Get out. As Paul left the apartment, Vivien locked the door and let out a breath of relief. Creep. But just a moment later, the telecom buzzed. Who is it? It's Paul. I left my laptop by accident. I really need it. Can you please let me in? Maybe I should give your laptop to the police. No, I mean, it's alright. I'll take it from Natasha. Don't do anything silly. Watching Paul finally leave, Vivien sat down. When something suddenly clicked. Why was he so nervous about his laptop? Curious, Vivien went to Natasha's room and found the laptop. Facial recognition. Taking a picture of Paul, Vivien held it up to the camera. Some AI. I was right. It was him. All this time, he was stalking me. Vivien's heart raced as she waited for Natasha to come home. Now she had the proof. She had to show her. It was almost an hour later Natasha finally arrived. Oh wow, it's cozy in here. Vivien, did you do all this? Natasha, there's something you need to see. What is it? Natasha walked into the dining room, putting down her bag, when suddenly her eyes fell on the laptop. So that's where I put my laptop. I forgot to take it to the office today. What? This is your laptop? I thought it was Paul's. No, Paul's one is the BII Mac, and this is my BII Alienware, but it looks pretty similar. Facial recognition. It didn't pick up Paul's picture, it picked up Natasha? Natasha. She is a doctor, a cosmetic nurse. But this job was not just a profession for her, it was much more. It was her obsession. Natasha prepared patients before their cosmetic surgeries. And she did a few minor procedures herself, experimenting with Botox and fillers. She was obsessed with the perfect female form. And she always kept her eye out for the perfect specimen. It was years ago. She had spotted Vivien at the mall. She had the perfect figure and body. Natasha had to get photos to make sketches of her form. It was her who snapped those pics in the dressing room that day. It was Natasha, and when she started dating Paul, it was her who gave him the friendship band. Her friendship band. Natasha continued to target her perfect specimens. Beautiful women, wherever and whenever she had the chance. And to boost her progress, she would rent out one of her rooms to perfect specimens. And afterwards, she would experiment on her patients to achieve those perfect looks that girls like Vivien naturally had. It was in all this, Vivien applied. And Natasha was more than excited to see her specimen come to her herself. Now it was just time before she could make a replica. All this time, thought Natasha?
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.